But that's
Should I
fine.
go back to BRB?
No, that's fine.
All right, we're back.
All right.
So we're talking about bloody verses. We're figuring out how it works in theory. Now we're soon going to figure out how it works in practice. We've generally decided to do it. What was your question?
Can I fork stealthy into my bow, or have they? Is it just have they seen me already, and that's not appropriate when we do this?
I think it's probably too late.
I think, yeah.
Or maybe inconspicuous, since he's taking all of the attention.
True. That actually.
Well, I think with this bloody versus, what's going to happen is that Zen could help with bow, and the other soldier's going to help with sword.
Oh, that works. Yeah, that's way easier.
Okay, cool.
That way, because they're both helping, they both sort of have the failure with them as well, but it's less complicated.
It's not as complicated? Okay,
yeah.
Sure. Perfect for like the first try.
Yeah, we 1v1 it and just make it easy.
Yeah. So going back to the the skills in Bloody Versus, which we're using from page 426 in the UWG, if anyone watching has it, both players divide their weapon skills plus forks and other advantages into two pools, attack and defense. All right, let's work on that.
So the first thing we do is calculate what that will be for each person.
Yeah, what is our whole pool? Which soldier are you trying to engage in? The one who tried to intimidate, insult you, or the other one?
Totally the one who tried to intimidate and insult me. Screw him.
Okay.
No one tells me what to do but my master.
Yeah.
So I will be using my mace skill, which is 5.
Your
plus, I would like to fork my brawling, which is a +1, and I'm getting helped by bow, so that is a +1. I would like to fork my soldiering for literally fighting as if I was in a war. Is that possible?
I don't think soldiering can fork like that. But
I would like to fork soldier-wise because I'm fighting.
Soldier-wise is a definite. Let me read up soldiering though, because I have that option too. Soldiering. This skill covers all the incredibly boring minutiae of being a soldier: marching, digging latrines, setting up tents, army procedures, and dealing with the paymasters.
Okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with.
May I fork
fighting.
Tactics for fighting with myself and like a cool. 9 is the total number of dice that I have.
Wow.
You're fighting versus armor, which is +1d per point of VA. So
Well, hold on. We're just trying to figure out what the total pool is.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well,
we'll add
that
those.
goes into
we'll
it.
add those.
That adds more dice.
Yeah. So is that true for each VA, or basically extra armor penetration for those watching, that my weapon has, which is mace? I get a bonus.
Right now we're just trying to figure out what that whole big pool is, so we can divide them into attack and defend.
Your base.
Oh, because of course that only affects the attack, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, that's an attack. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's deal with that later.
Also look at higher reflexes and longer stride. I think stride is the same for each, since you're both human.
Well, we'll do that. We'll do that after.
That's later.
Those are general.
Okay.
No,
do we have
general advantages?
Oh yeah, general advantages. Yeah.
Right, hold on.
Higher reflexes or longer stride.
So do you have your? Before we go to the general advantages, do you have your skill with Nico's help and all your forks?
Yes, that is it. That's everything.
I do as well.
Okay.
So now we can go to the general advantages.
Now we go to So before we split them into attack and defense dice, we will look for what can add to either or.
Right. So it looks like whoever just has higher reflexes, which I don't remember how to calculate reflexes. Let's see what this guy's reflexes are.
-3 only. Reflexes according to the character burner.
An average of perception, agility, and speed rounded down.
Oh, it's 4.
He is. I was so close. I have 4 in 2 of those, but I have 3 in speed, so it got rounded down. Okay, so he has higher reflexes
Okay.
and longer stride is speed, I assume, right?
No, stride is
no.
based on race.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
we're both,
so it's the
we're
same.
both man, so it's the same. And I don't think we have any fictional positioning.
Not that we haven't
advantage.
already done, which would be the help.
Okay, so then take your idea and divide them one into divide what you have left into an attack and a defend pool. Not including any potential advantages to either of those yet.
After that.
Just your general, yeah. Okay.
Okay, I think I've got it.
Okay, so then for advantages for the attack side, longer weapon, when appropriate, gets a +1, which we figured out that the sergeant has a arming sword, which is long, and the mace, according to Burning Wheel, is short. So that's a +1 to the sergeant.
Yep.
And the attack.
Shorter weapon when appropriate. Oh, what does that mean?
Like if someone has like a poleaxe and you bested him at a speed test and you're inside.
Okay, not in this case.
Or say a bow and a dagger.
Right. Okay, and then so per point of VA versus armor
that your weapon has,
they get a plus. And so
okay.
they're wearing...
that's not true. Actually, I have a +2 VA. I thought it was 4.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Cool. That looks like all the advantages for attack. So that the defense, if you have a shield, that's +1.
Okay.
If you have just the basic armor at all, that's a +1. Reinforced leather or light mail, which is what this dude's wearing, is +2. And heavy or plated chain is +3.
Which is what I'm wearing.
Longer stride doesn't factor here. And then appropriate forks. I'm not sure what the appropriate forks
we already
for defense
included all of our forks, though,
yeah.
Unless there are.
There might be something specific there. Hold on. Let me see here.
I'm just trying to think if there are any traits I could use. I don't think there are. No. I should have used my closed-minded cultural trait to stave off that intimidation.
Nice.
But I'm not sure if that... that's more, I think, against persuasion. Like changing their beliefs, basically.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have helped you anyhow.
Yep.
You only get Artha if it causes you trouble.
True.
I will defeat them
Okay.
with the power of
So
dance.
stride and appropriate forks aren't in defense, actually. That's me doing a typo.
Okay.
Are you in full plate or plated chain?
Plated chain.
Okay. Full plate is +4 in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could not afford full plate, unfortunately.
So, alright, then we... so each of us now rolls our attack pool, and then our defense pool. Defense pool successes go against the other person's attack successes.
Okay. So, I will roll, I suppose, my attack. Four successes.
Well, it's your mace, right?
That includes the +2 from mace.
No, like it was your mace skill.
Oh, I just roll my mace skill. I thought we divided into pools.
Oh, right. Sorry.
I divided them into pools
Yeah.
I had 5 from my 5, which could just be the mace skill, and the rest is for defending, and then +2 from versus armor, and that's it.
Okay.
Is that attack or defense?
That's attack.
That's my attack, and that's their attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and so then your defense?
My defense is 8. So I'm good against them.
Wow.
I said I'm good at fighting.
You're really good
I
at
wasn't
fighting.
Apparently.
Too bad you couldn't fight the poison.
You have to bring that up every time.
Every time.
Okay. So
Okay.
looks like you win.
Yeah, I have 1 success over their thing.
Pull this back up.
1 side hits. Losing side was wounded. Describe how you've bested or run off your opponent. Fight is over. And we figure out what the damage was dealt. How injured they are.
Damage on a mace.
So, but...
Or
do we want to just say, you win the fight?
You get 1 success. And 1 success
I think if we're
is
mostly done, let's do it as it says all the way through to see how it works.
Yeah. That's just your basic damage.
Okay. Incidental damage?
Yeah.
Okay. With a mace... Hold on. Weapon power. Add to own character's power before IMS. So how does that work? Does your power come into the damage you deal? Is it included in that?
Yes, it's included already.
Is already included?
Yes.
Okay.
You have incidental, mark, and superb. Mark hit is achieved when you get 1 or 2 successes over the obstacle, depending on the weapon.
I got 1 success over them. Didn't I?
Okay. Well, yeah, this is...
Mark may do less damage than your incidental. Also read the rules for both?
Not for me, it doesn't.
No, Mark never does less damage.
Really? Okay.
No.
Here it is.
I found the whole IMS section very confusing.
There's a lot to look at because it's pretty much specifically with the fight exclamation point stuff.
Right.
Okay.
And part of the stat is how many successes you need to increase it. Which I think
It says it's weapon depending, so let's see. Add. Yeah, tell the player how many extra successes. What does it say?
Yeah.
It
Your
says
add
2.
is 2.
So
yeah.
I only get mark, or incidental.
2 successes to get to mark. And then 4 extra successes to get a superb.
Cool.
So you only deal incidental.
I'm 4 black. I'm not sure why there's a B next to it. But
you can have a white. It's your damage. Yeah, but don't worry about it.
Yeah. It only matters if they have magic armor.
Okay.
Or
I have 4.
white shade health.
Yeah, if we're fighting something with white shade health, we probably should run away.
Oh, great shade health. Okay.
I have 4 damage if it's incidental.
Okay. B4?
B4, yes.
Okay.
What is your power?
It is...
4 seconds.
6. So is that low?
That's good.
I'm just looking at the incidental. It says an incidental I hit does half the attacker's power rounded up.
Plus your weapon.
Yeah, plus your weapon.
Well, it should be more, I think, then.
Should have been loaded automatically.
It looks like it is. I'm not sure if it's right. because my with power stat is 2 for my mace, which means that if my power is 6, rounded, divided in half, and doesn't need to round as 3, with power would add 2 to that, making it a 5, but it says 4 instead. Which is very strange.
Not everything on that page is automated.
I'm not sure the IMS is actually automated. I think I might have put it in myself.
No, it is automated. I can't actually...
Yeah,
you can
is
with power stuff to the right.
With missile weapons, it's not. Okay.
But it takes the information from other places on the sheet. So if you didn't completely fill out the sheet, it may not be correctly automated.
It should be right. Let me change my power down and then back up.
Can't help, but...
Okay, I just shifted my power to 5 and then back up to 6 to see if that changed anything. No, let's just say it's 4. Figure it out after.
It almost seems like it tries to look it up in some kind of database based on what you typed the weapon name in.
Well, actually, just a sec. If I lower my power to 5, what does the damage change to? Because I didn't actually look at that. Combat. 4, 7, 10 is what it changes to. So my incidental damage doesn't change. 4, 8, 12. So basically, my incidental damage doesn't change as much based on my power. My other mark and superb damage both change significantly. So it seems that it scales a lot more with power as you do more damage.
Yep. Damage is completely based off power.
Yeah.
For all weapons.
For all melee weapons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens? He gets to choose. You get to describe how the fight goes because he gets to say how he's injured and then what he does.
Right. So he took a superficial wound, and I think the other one took a superficial wound as well.
Okay. They're both just probably badly bruised. Maybe a couple of their armor is it's leather armor, doesn't dent. Never mind.
Right. Let's see. Sorry. I'm trying to navigate all these different things. Alright. Oh, of course that's not. Alright. I don't feel like figuring that out right now. So... Alright, where... Okay.
Oh, I get it. That's why. Okay. Yeah, they're calculating it correctly. The with power stat for your mace is actually added before the calculation of which is divided in half and rounded down, not after.
Okay.
And so it would have added up to 8, including the 2 from the mace plus my power of 6 adds up to 8. Divided in half, there's the 4.
Yeah, most modifiers work that way. It kind of can surprise you.
Yep. I thought it was
So, I guess, you probably, bruise... You get, a basic hit off of, maybe, the guy's chest or something, and so you, get a good wallop in. And maybe Zen or Nico, gets, a shoulder hit or, a glancing thing off the other guard.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then...
That is an interesting system. What? I like it.
So, because of that, if you go through another round of this, you automatically have 1 success because they're at +1 ob with their superficial wounds.
Okay, but that's only if it's a deadlock. If neither side hits each other, right?
No. If there's round 2. You already have
fight or
basically
like
1
that?
success. Yeah.
Okay. Both sides wounded. Apply okay. Looks like they still have to make a steel test or something. I don't know if they have to make one if it's just superficial.
No. You only make a steel test if you lose a die wound, which is light and above.
Okay.
They could have made a health test to see if they instantly recover, but I haven't calculated their health, so I'm not going to worry about that.
Okay. What do they do? Do they run off away or towards the ruin entrance? Or could we just die if fated?
I think they go back. Yeah, they go back towards the ruins. They run off back towards the ruins.
Okay.
I could be an asshole right now and just fire an arrow at one of the glass orbs as they pass, but
do it.
Well, you don't have visual of the ruins yet.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think I follow them. I'm satisfied. I'm like feeling good. Ernest is feeling good about himself that he can still fight. That he's still a formidable opponent. And he calls back just full on, like both hands to his mouth, yells back towards the other people who are waiting. All clear.
All right.
They were running towards the ruins.
They're in the ruins.
I know. I'll fill them in when when we can actually talk. But for right now, it's safe to approach. It's safe to be outside of the ruins right now.
Until they come back with their freaking archers.
In the ruins.
So I gather together my expedition and I continue down the path. Or whatever.
Sad.
Up the hill.
It was just 2 of us that they lost to. Imagine 7 of us. And I think there's actually 6, but I don't think he actually bothered to count.
No, I don't think there's 7. I think we only have 3 helpers this time.
3 helpers? Yeah, so I think there's only 6
4.
of us.
Okay, great.
Cool.
I got 3 guys to carry our stuff.
So Nico is not taking his eyes off of the direction that those guys went in. He fully expects them to come back with like 10 more guys and a freaking cannon.
Someone's a bit paranoid. I think
I have a trait for that.
Perfect. Good.
Well, just a question. Did both of those guys take the same wound?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, I battered both of them kind of slightly.
Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, Ernest waits for you to arrive and fills you in on the fight. Oh, well, there were 2 soldiers here. I beat them back. They're inside the ruins now. They're already wounded, so it won't be hard to finish them off.
You think that's what we should do?
Fighting inside those ruins, I mean, we know what happens if certain things get disturbed. Might not be the best idea.
We don't know how long they've been here. They might know better than we do by now.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a point.
Okay. Well, maybe they're not inside the cave. They may just be still looking around the ruins.
Nico.
Aye.
Do you feel like scouting again? You were quite good at it before.
Well, last time I did I just went Russian for a second there.
Well, last time I scouted the ruins.
Last time I am scouting, it did not turn out too well. But last time I took out 2 of them. I could probably do it again. Sure.
All right.
So I will. But I want you to keep an eye on me this time. I'm going to need help if they come out in force.
I'll approach with you, but I'll wait out just outside.
Yeah, I'll follow behind both of these guys.
Okay.
Would you do pick up a rock?
No,
a big rock, okay? A big rock.
Alright. So, what are you trying to do, Nico?
I am going to... Yeah, I'm going to scout in and see if I can figure out where they went.
Okay.
That is my intent. I mean, they already know we're out here. I'm not trying to,
Right.
hide necessarily, but I would like to maintain cover if possible.
It's not that they don't want
Okay.
you don't want them to see you. It's that you don't want them to see you before you can get away. You want them to see you too late.
And
Okay. So is this more of like a surveying everything and trying to see what's going on, or is it more of a hidey thing?
I think it's a careful approach, just aware of any movement or anything as
Okay.
I come closer to the ruins.
Okay. This actually sounds more like an observation now,
Okay.
but you could fork stealthy in with it.
I like that, yeah. I am yawning way too much.
And while fictionally people were saying they were helping you, I'm not sure how. either
I'm
of them
for
would
standing
help you.
guard. I'm not really. I'm just sort of. When he fails.
You're within earshot this time.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Of the
I
enemy
can't help,
ruins.
but if it starts becoming a duel of wits, then I can help.
Yeah, I have
Talk
nothing that
them
will
to
help.
death.
Tactics is not useful when I can actually see
Right.
what to tactic.
Cool.
All right. So
Sure. An observation is usually versus something specific, right?
Yeah.
Actually, wait, is this observation or is this perception? I always
it
forget.
depends on what they actually did. I mean, if they're actively
Let's
trying
see.
to avoid being seen.
Spot the hidden.
Yeah.
Characters, traps, goes. Test the skill versus tests against suspicion stuff. Alright, they're not doing that. This is just perception,
Okay.
but I'll give you a +1.
But
Because
then
of,
we can
like,
help, right?
Yeah, if you're all on the lookout and
if you're all
close
looking,
behind.
Yeah, if we're all in the ruins looking, I am not. I just think he's alone.
Oh, inside the ruins? Yeah, we're probably standing
Yeah.
back, watching the
I'm
perimeter.
going as far in as I can.
Let's send
to
the
figure out
4
where to go,
helpers
so.
in to help him. Sending more people
Yeah,
will
right.
help you not get seen. when you,
Operation Human Shield. There's 4 guys in front of me, and I'm pushing them forward.
And you have a cardboard box over your head, right?
Oh, sure. Solid Snake the whole way.
Yep.
Exactly.
Always got your cardboard box and your smokes. Yeah, I think
so-
it's more perception this time.
Okay. 1 modifier. And
And this is graduated.
Okay. So Ob 1. Roll them dice.
Yes,
2
it's
successes.
green.
Of course it's
Okay.
green.
Oh, right, it's graduated.
You could have rolled
Okay.
0.
Do you have
Yeah,
any
I could have bailed out everything.
No sixes?
Just 2.
Successes. Alright, yeah, you see one on a horse, like, kind of just taking a beeline off on a direction.
Within the ruins?
No, out of the ruins.
Okay.
He's leaving.
About how far away?
50 meters.
That sounds like bow range.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can I take down the horse? Or at least injure it so it leaves so it slows down?
This sounds like a speed versus speed.
Okay.
If you could be quick
My
enough.
speed versus a friggin' horse. Oh, good.
Yes. Yes.
What about reflexes? Is that something you
Test
ever roll?
reflexes?
Is that something you
That's
test?
No,
true.
I think that's a static thing. Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
It says B
I have a
next to it.
B4.
Yeah.
Well, that's because
But
if
I
it
think that's
says
just because you
gray, you
can
get
shade
+2. Yeah.
Yeah, that just gives you. That tells you how many actions you can do in range and cover and fight.
Okay, it doesn't apply here then.
Man, I cannot do that much in a full-on fight. I'll get tired too easily. I can't do anything. I need to make speed tests. I only need 3 to do what I need to do.
Get them speed tests.
Are you? If I increase my speed to 4, that means that my reflexes will be up to 4, which is, to me, a big deal.
I want to see the stats for a horse.
They're in Manish Resources.
Right. I was looking in
I got it.
on a combat.
Is it a riding mount or a warhorse?
Riding mount.
B6.
You got a page?
203.
B6. Ooh, okay.
I'm B5, so that's, you know.
Oh. Okay. You were nearly faster than a horse.
Speed is B6 for a horse? Wow.
Yeah. Stride is 12.
Yep. That would be it.
Well, you can try.
What is the stride of a person? Because it doesn't say it on the character sheet.
Oh my god, I do have a horse.
7?
This
Okay.
is the burner section, I believe. And it was in the 12 steps before you finish your character.
Actually, I could just look on mine.
I don't see it.
Suppose.
Oh well.
Oh, I just dropped or
Skype?
something?
No, the Skype call.
You've reached your
Oh, the
4-hour
Skype
limit
call.
for this call. Turn back
No.
your video.
Yeah,
You need
turn
Skype
the
Premium
Skype
to make a
on.
group video call, otherwise it'll be really, really dark.
Nah, just wait. They'll fix.
I hope so.
Three? Alright.
Not bad.
Is the
50,
horse going to
50?
burn fate?
Horse does not fit. No.
Just the fated horse.
Oh, shit. 2.
Wow.
Can you burn fate? You have 2
I have no
6s,
fate.
dude.
Well, all this means
Oh.
is that you
I have
can't,
fate.
like, as soon as you, like, try to get your arrow knocked and everything, like, you don't have time to effectively aim.
Yeah.
Right.
Or it could be a
There's
link
just too many
test,
trees.
and you could go for a bow shot, but it's at a -1 disadvantage.
Minus
Okay.
1 dice
Yeah,
or
I'll-
plus 1
Well,
ups?
we can call it a link test.
That makes sense, actually.
Or, yeah, +1
It's just,
my bad.
like,
Okay.
further away than is
Yeah.
an easy shot. And now this is versus the,
Up to wound
versus
a
the
horse.
speed again?
Yeah, it might be his health.
So is this, like, difficult? Or
Well,
it's
are you attacking the
concentration?
horse itself or the person on the horse?
Oh, I'm attacking the horse. It's a bigger target.
Extremely
Yeah, but
difficult.
it might survive the
risky.
hit.
Master level.
I think it's going to be a tougher ob to kill a horse with 1 arrow versus to
I
kill
think
him
it would
with-
have been. I think it would have been difficult, but because of your extra ob, it's going to be an ob 4.
Op 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I just have to succeed on every die. Hang on.
And you want to.
Oh no, I have 5.
Yes.
That's right.
Your intent is to
My intent is
get
to
the horse to stop going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I want that to be my intent, or do I want my intent for him to be for the horse to buck him?
That's probably easier, I think, than it just to
Right.
stop moving entirely.
Right. Do you want?
Yeah,
Do you want?
yeah.
do you want
I
to,
want the horse to throw the rider. That's my intent.
Okay.
Because I mean, that's got to hurt him, right? When he gets thrown off a horse.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. And this isn't a trained war horse, so it would react that way, probably.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to go faster. Let's get this
Nope.
thing off my back. Oh,
Shitty
okay.
roll.
Nope. So the arrow just sort of whizzes and like lands like 30 feet behind or closer to you than the horse is, and it just takes a beeline and running off.
I'm down to
All
8
right.
arrows. Okay.
You started with 10? Or how many?
I had 12.
Okay. We lost your video just now.
Mine?
Yeah. Oh, it's back. Maybe that was just me.
It just froze for a second. It's okay.
Okay.
Yep. So Nico saw one guy taking a beeline with a horse, leaving the ruins. Took a shot but missed. Ernest and Lord Edwayne are sort of crouched, waiting to hear from Nico, and this is kind of where we are.
We saw the horse, though, I assume, because we were right outside the ruins. We saw it leave, right?
Nico did.
Yeah. But we were right outside the door.
No, this was me like approaching. I think I was approaching the ruins, and you guys are back a little bit.
I was totally. Where's the door? If this is the door,
we're not at the ruins.
We're still approaching it. Okay.
Yeah.
I plan to just go up with Nico then, as I literally plan to raid, literally right outside the ruins, like a couple feet outside of the ruins.
Yeah, you're still not there yet.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, that's my intent.
When you catch up, I'll just be like, one of them go away in the horse.
Yeah, you were getting closer to approaching to where your old base camp was.
Okay.
Or
cool.
Something.
So is
this like a large? How large of a site is this? Is it like sort of pretty spread out?
It's medium sized. There's a lot of periphery stuff that has old walls and stuff, but the more interesting area was fairly small. Yeah.
Okay.
So remember from when you were trying to drag your body,
area, but because you might have to climb and maneuver a bit, but it's not necessarily a huge area if it were flat.
It'll take us 6 hours to drive you back to drag you back to base camp.
I'm sorry, what?
I was just asking for clarification. Is it less of a... So it's not so much like a large area, but more because it seems like we're taking a few moments to walk across it, or a significant amount of time that it's worth a small scene, that it's more that we have to take the time to climb the whatever ruins that are the ceilings of buildings that are buried in the ground and stuff like that?
No, not really. There's a few little hills with gnarled roots and stuff, and so it's just kind of hilly. And probably in between a couple of these hills is this little area where the focus was on the ruins and everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah, our intent is, I think, just approach, effectively knock on the door without actually knocking. Get in knocking range.
What door?
There is no door. I know, but it's
the entrance to the ruins. You mean?
Oh, so you're not going to the? You're not going to the camp?
There's a camp. You said that you mentioned we were where our old base camp was. There's another camp?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. My bad. So after you see the guy run off, you kind of backtrack the line, and you see there was a small little couple tents and camp area where it looks like people have been staying there for a while.
We don't see any people, or from the distance at least.
Give me a perception check.
I'll help because I've been scouting around as well.
Oh, yeah, you can help Sat with stat.
I'm probably trying to see where the rider is going.
You're the one in front, Nico. I may have asked this question, but are you the one that's mostly looking, or are you distracted with the horse?
I'm probably distracted with where did that other guy go. We know there were two.
Okay.
And I only saw one run away.
So, well, in that case, it would be you, because you're the one looking around for people. I asked, but you're definitely that guy. So I'll help you instead.
Okay. So one modifier. Ob or graduated? How are we doing this one?
Up to.
Up to.
Green.
Cool.
3.
Cool. So yeah, I think you see the other guy duck in right into the ruins that Primarch has been talking about. Okay. And you also notice a pair of feet in one of the tents.
Ooh.
Just go smash the tent. Mace to
well,
tent.
I'm loud. I wear
or
heavy
maybe fire
armor.
to tent.
Ooh. Or W. Doves love his torches. But again, I'm kind of loud. I can't really sneak in this, and I tap with I'm knocking one of my thighs, and it's just it's just rapping.
You kind of wrap the tent. You know how to knock on get someone's attention on a tent, right? Like in a soldier camp.
Oh no, I'm rapping on my armor, saying I'm really loud in this. I can't really sneak up on someone while in my armor. So I'm tapping his metal on one of the metal plates.
To Nico. Okay.
To Nico.
How big is this tent? Is it like a pup tent, or is it like a big,
it's like one person,
4-person kind of thing?
It's like a 2-person war tent type thing, probably 4 feet tall. You could sort of crouch inside it, but it's 2 people can sleep in it.
Okay.
Ernest, you know how to fight hand to hand, right?
Sort of. It's been a while, but yeah, I suppose I could. Why?
I was thinking we both just tackle the tent so he's wrapped up in it, and we just brawl him.
I'll just hit him with. You want him alive, don't you?
Well, I'd like to know where the other one went.
Fine. And I take off my armored gloves and carefully put them on a mudless rock that's specifically not that dirty in comparison to the rest of the jungle.
Okay.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah. So I think we just jump on the tent and just collapse it on the guy.
Nice.
Yeah, sure.
Body slam.
So I will help your brawling with my brawling. How's your brawling?
What is your brawling? I think mine's a 3.
2.
Okay.
You get a.
I fork things?
Yes.
Okay. Tactics.
Yes.
Soldier-wise.
Yes.
Okay, that's it. And Ob, he's sleeping. 2.
This will be a versus.
Okay.
But you get a. Yeah, you get a. Wait. I was like, what advantages did you get? You got a helping
I
one?
got 1 help and 2 from forks. So total of 3.
2 from forks?
And then my skill is 3,
3?
so that should be 6.
Roll an additional 2.
Okay. Oh, from him being asleep?
Yeah.
Or something?
And inside a tent.
Boop. Nothing.
Okay, alright.
There is a 6 in there if you're fated.
There's a single 6 and 3 1s. Based on my luck, I'm gonna win. Besides, I'm sure we can take him if he wakes up.
Turns out this is like a 6'9" bear of a dude, and he just gets up and wraps us in the tent. He's like, "Fuck you guys."
It's a reverse mermaid.
Yeah. Well, you guys control him. So.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just want to actually make sure I did everything right for the previous, because I just realized I haven't marked any of my skill tests. So, the first one was in the bloody verses. I primarily use my mace test, so I would just mark a thing for that, right?
Yeah.
Do I know what type?
That was. Let's see here. Mace.
I think the odd for that was 3. That was his successes on defense.
I think it was Ob 3.
But that was
not
just
quite.
attack and defense pool. It's sort of a weird thing.
How
How does advancement work in bloody verses?
I don't know.
Well, meanwhile, what did I do? I helped Nico in a perception check. Do you get advancement from stats by helping, if it's applicable?
Yeah.
Or is it just skills?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as the perception check is
Yeah.
As long as it's
it was
if it qualifies as difficult, but it was graduated, so
And
it wasn't.
And it has to be a successful test for perception as well.
Okay. Which means the only thing that happened recently, other than the fighting, is the brawling, which is a routine.
So, we're getting close to the end of 4 hours.
Yeah, 17 minutes.
Do we want to end here with you two
Just
getting
like
a tent around a
we just
dude?
cut till like 5 minutes later when this guy's tied up in rope.
Sure.
Or actually, we probably like wrapped the tent and turned it into rope because that's more fun.
He's like still.
We're sleeping in this, and now.
Right. Maybe like he just like got to one side and like pulled his head out of one side or something.
I love that actually. We pull like it's like he's stuck in a sleeping bag, only it's an entire tent. Perfect.
Yeah. Cool. Let's do Eartha.
Yes.
What, Golden?
Okay.
Oh, okay. Unless there was something else you guys wanted to address real quick. Oh, we have time.
Well, I was just trying to see where the horseman that was riding off went. If I can see him going down the mountain.
Did you see him? I'm not sure if you're close enough.
That's what I was doing instead of looking in the camp for people.
Oh, okay.
Sure. Roll a. What would that be? Like. I would say orienteering, but that sounds kind of weird.
Yeah, that's pretty weird. I mean, I'm just looking for the guy.
What's the word? Orienteering might be because you're.
I'm just trying to look down the mountain.
Going long term, right?
Well, it's not tracking because you see the guy.
Yeah, I just played out see him.
It might be orienteering just trying to figure out where he's going. Like,
that's the orienteering because trying to figure out the direction and where that eventually leads to.
That's cool. I'm happy trying that.
I think that might be it.
What's the stat in that?
God, I wonder it was the. This is the.
Orienteering.
Orienteering.
It's a perception test.
Oh, damn it.
No wonder jungle is so fertile. The bodies feed it. The many bodies of every time anyone's here.
Nice.
Zentropy, any luck on the Bloody versus advancement?
Nothing that makes a whole lot of sense.
It's only one roll, so
I assume with the weapon skill I was using.
Yeah.
So I assume that's the one that would get the advancement.
Up 3.
Okay.
Do you want to just call? Hang on one second.
I could literally just tweet
one more thing.
Or like ask Adam or something.
I didn't get that.
Okay. You're not really sure what direction he went. You just see him.
Okay, but I can see him.
Yeah, you did see him.
Can I confirm there's only one person escaping?
Yeah, there's only one.
Okay, that's good enough. All right, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
I think for Bloody Versus, you probably determine the ob based on one full pool versus another full pool.
Highest or lowest full pool? Is it like my attack pool?
What I'm saying is like your
whatever the difference
attack and defense die versus his attack and defense die.
Okay.
Before you split them.
Okay.
So do you just add up?
So as if the pools added together were a single skill of that number.
Right, or like whatever the difference of that is. Yeah.
Okay. So for me, I was at 15 and that guy was at 11. So it's probably routine.
Yes.
Probably, we're always going to be routine if you do it that way. What if it was based off how many successes total they rolled?
Yeah. Now here's the question: is it before modifiers those pools or after modifiers? Before armor and stuff?
I would say before.
I would think it's before. Okay.
But you still have to add your forks into.
Yeah.
Yeah, including forks, but not including like armor and stuff. I am at
Orcs
think
can help.
9. Where's my character sheet? I actually wrote this down. I think I was at 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at 9.
That sounds
before,
right.
Before his armor and weapon.
The sergeant was at 7, so it's routine.
Okay. Cool.
And this week I'll do, I'll post something and see if we can get a concrete answer. But
I was at 9. He was at 7. That's actually difficult. Once you're at 7 plus dice, ob 2 less than dice counts as difficult. Ob 3 less is routine.
Mm.
So.
Okay.
That soldier
They
also.
get it difficult then.
Yeah.
it's always nice getting a difficult test and actually still winning the test.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, got a difficult test, won the test, and it was my highest skill. So far, so good.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. So for next time, we have this guy.
To interrogate.
Yes.
Do we want want
gonna-
to make a secure him roll before we?
Does anyone have skill in
Adjourn?
knots?
No.
I don't think so. I think we're
No,
just
it's
going to
actually
stop
really
here.
useful.
I'm going to interrogate him right away.
Well, at some
I mean-
point, someone in the party will have knots.
At
He is
some
not
point-
here right now.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Maybe-
true. That's
I-
true.
I
We're
think
we're
maybe,
missing a knot specialist.
Does one of our haulers know how to do knots?
We're probably just going to kill him right after we interrogate him. At least
Okay.
I'm not opposed to that, so
we don't
whatever.
need to. We don't need to secure him then.
What was I going to
I
say?
was just
so yeah,
assuming
That's
he
your
was fairly
shit, man.
I was assuming he was fairly secure in tent.
yeah. Let's do the
Alright.
Arthur stuff then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Mine's really quick.
Uh,
I'm sure I have nothing that would get me Artha.
Right. So, beliefs. Did anyone progress towards a belief? I mean, it was kind of a quick session, but
Yeah, most of it was
Um,
like the good first hour was downtime and figuring that out.
Mhm.
Hour and a half.
Yeah.
But
So I got a couple of
you were going to
questions
say
here.
something, Zen?
Yeah. I will do all I can to safeguard my goods since I'm here for the relic that's in there. Have I worked toward that? Because I've been taking out these people that are between me and the goods.
He's gone.
and he just no.
I think that's reasonable.
I mean,
though.
what do you two think for right now?
I think that makes sense. That's
I think
why
you were
like
even if you
not
weren't
only did all you
safeguarding
can-
those goods, you were
Yeah.
safeguarding what we were, our equipment.
and you literally
And our
did all you
caravan.
can,
I'm back.
including being a
Welcome back.
guard. Like you literally never left, as opposed to us.
Yeah.
So I think all you can encompasses the past 3 months, basically.
Okay. For the second one, did I work towards salvaging the mission? I think I did.
I think
but
so,
I mean, that's
yeah.
pretty much it. All right. And I backed Ernest up against the other guards, so I think that, and my reason for going with him was I wasn't sure if he could win the fight or not. So not allowing his weakness to jeopardize our success. I think that's a fate point.
Yeah. What was the
Fate.
first one? I dropped out.
Yeah, it's I will do all I can to safeguard my goods.
And we
Okay.
agreed
So,
that he did it because he
Given
literally
that
didn't
we're here for the stuff
leave.
in the tomb, and I didn't leave, I started taking motherfuckers out when they were between me and my goods.
3
Oh,
months
yeah, sure.
as a guard. Yeah, just to be nearby. Cool.
I mean,
Uh,
if I wanted to be a stickler, I'd be like, well, it's a bit presumptuous to call it your goods at this point, but
you
sure,
don't know
whatever.
Nico, do you?
yeah.
Yeah.
I said when
I'm
you were
still giving
gone
it to you.
that
I was just saying that would have been the other hand.
he was
Yeah.
safeguarding our equipment that we were transporting to the site. Awesome.
How about your what is it, instincts?
Yeah.
My instincts helped me. Never fight from the front was really the only thing that came in, and that's me staying behind Ernest when the fight started.
Yeah. Any but no like difficult or awkward situations or anything. So
No. Maybe brash for traits, or brutish, because I just started killing people.
I think brash might make sense when you decided to, when you got away from the two guards with swords, decide to turn around and kill them instead.
Sure. That made it more complicated, yeah, when you decided to go back instead of reconvening with the other two.
Okay.
I'll give you a 1 for that. Brash,
Damn it,
yeah.
I forgot about my quiet call on for stealth. Damn it, I better re-roll that shit.
Right. Is it a call-in for a reroll, or is it a call-in to break ties?
That's a good question. I should probably
Ellie's
look that
looking.
up.
Any beliefs for Ernest or Lord Edwin?
Well, my belief / instinct, because it is kind of both, but they are different. One's a belief, one's an instinct. I am the assistant to Guardian to Lord W, doing what he says is most important. Do we think that me being the assistant bodyguard of Lord W got me into trouble, as in, like, the fight? Or is the fight significant trouble enough?
I think it was enough trouble.
I don't know if you were really, like, protecting him? Because you were, like, going out to do it.
That's
I
true.
was sending him out to do it.
I did often, I looked to him often.
The only reason he went out is because I didn't go. And I didn't go because he was protecting me. Does that make sense?
There were brief moments during the session where I would often look to him for affirmation.
Right.
But yeah, there wasn't much explicit.
Can you say the belief again?
Okay.
Sorry.
So the belief itself is, I am the assistant and guardian to Lord W. Doing what he says is most important and protecting him is second most. I don't plan to mix those two up. So in this case, I left his side to go do what he said.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then I also have an instinct that's basically the same thing. Always be ready to act in Lord W's best interest. Though that's mostly, in my opinion, when I made that, it was mostly to basically be able to step out of the shadows and be like, no, I was here the entire time. Of course I wouldn't leave his side. Unless I've already, like now, explicitly said that I did.
I see that instinct working more of like, there's an arrow coming, and so you're gonna like tackle him into like a pile of mud or something, even though you would never want you to do that.
Over. Yeah.
Or you do something that Lord Edwin would never order you to do, but you know it will save his ass.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Unless not to do it. I don't know. I might actually make a second different belief for Lord W, which is going to be interesting. One about how my loyalty is running deeper than mere that. Basically,
a belief?
I might make a second belief about
You have a special belief about him.
I might make a second one. If that's
okay.
About next session.
Sure.
Yeah, I would say say something specific. Well, then go for it.
Yeah, I think I'm good otherwise.
Put me in a position where I have to do something extraordinary for Ernest, and then see if I do it.
Maybe.
Okay. Anyway.
I think I'm good, yeah. How was Lord Edwin?
I don't really feel like I earned any Artha. I mean, I'm looking at my beliefs, and they shaped what I did, but I'm not convinced that I made this story better or more interesting.
Well,
that's only for instinct and trait.
Okay. Well, my first belief...
If you pursued your beliefs, you get it.
My first belief is that I need to continually flee from the horror chasing me, or catching me will mark the end of the age. And I have that belief to keep my character moving around and not staying in one place.
Is that the reason you went home during the downtime?
It probably isn't, because there wasn't really anything chasing me yet. The only evil is the evil of men, and their wealth belongs to me, as does Nico. I haven't had a chance to loot these guys yet. so that shouldn't apply. I haven't taken any evil man's wealth. And I haven't done anything to show that Nico is evil. Although I think he's trying to act like it. Third belief is there is magic at work at the dig site. Find out if there's an artifact at the dig site, and so if the history behind it. We don't. Okay. We haven't investigated. We just got there. It doesn't make any sense. Instincts, when surrounded by darkness, kindle a fire. It was daytime all day. When I find a good man, find a use for him. I was thinking about recruiting that nurse that helped Ernest, but I had no indication as to her character, so I didn't bother. Instinct 3, ask the story behind any ancient item I see, and no ancient items has appeared this session. So I don't get any Arthur.
Okay.
Your traits?
My traits are your lordship. You could argue that that trait made me return to my homeland, but it didn't really matter to the story. Superstitious, there was no supernatural forces to be superstitious about. No signs, no symbols. Know-it-all, there was no knowledge-based anything in this session. Stubborn, impetuous, there was no social interaction in this.
Are there any Artha questions? Because there are some end of session questions and some end of Artha questions.
I don't really feel like I did anything, but maybe you guys got something.
The next would be persona, right? So, did anyone complete a goal? I don't really think anyone had a belief revolving around a goal yet, but anyone really drive the story onward and forward?
So far, we're just reacting to what happened when we returned.
Right. And no one played out their bits. Yeah, so I guess our persona was forwarded at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll get sessions like this sometimes. It's probably normal.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out how all of it works together, so...
And I definitely understand what I think Adam has said occasionally about how you can be good at Burning Wheel by choosing the right beliefs to get all of the Artha.
But what it basically comes down to is every RPG where your players get rewarded for pursuing a line of action, the players aren't the ones framing the scenes. And most of our session was about following logical conclusions of what had actually happened in the past.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's fun role-playing, but it's not going to get us Artha.
As we as a group get to know each other, we're then going to be able to okay, I can sort of see where this might be going. I'm going to set up a belief about that in the future. I'm impressed with how much Artha Andrew in the Burning Wheel game is just swimming in because of his character.
Well, it's just Andrew that has all that Artha.
Because he's the experienced Burning Wheel player, which is what I'm saying.
And I think due to his play style in that he is an instigator. He likes getting into trouble in the first place. That's what he brings to the table.
But then he also has the traits that say, I'm going to be doing that. Nico has a rabble-rouser trait.
Yep.
That's
true. I have to wonder how much of it is because Adam puts the scenes so that Andrew can do those things too.
Adam
what if he just
Andrew
never had the scene where he came across the soldiers? There's a whole bunch of Artha not there. So it's a hard game to GM, I think. And I think that
I'm still working it out.
It's a problem for every game.
And we're working out assumptions some of us are making or not making. And so Yeah.
I mean, this is a game that definitely takes an experienced hand. It takes time to learn, My camera shut off for some reason.
The 20 sessions thing was not really an exaggeration.
No,
in terms of getting good at it.
Or even just understanding the fundamentals of it, I think, is going to take 15.
This is our fifth session of play, including the pre-written adventure, right? Because we have 3 sessions of the pre-written adventure.
Right.
Mhm.
And then this is our second session. Okay.
Yep. And we had also, in addition to that, we had the world
The world
building
creation.
episode.
Yeah. But I wouldn't count that as play in terms of
No,
mechanics.
definitely not.
So we are 25%
Right.
completion.
What was I going
We
to
need
say?
to have a status bar.
Yes.
We did-
It's
we
like,
did-
it's like
we did.
a circle.
Yeah.
It's
We
a
did
spinning
finally
circle.
try the Bloody Versus stuff, though, so
Oh, yeah.
I think we're starting to get a
like it
little...
lot.
I think we're
a little
ready for
more
the Duel of
in-depth with
Wits.
stuff.
I think we're ready
Sorry?
for the Duel of Wits.
I think so. It'll probably be between you two, arguing
hope
about
so.
who has the rights to like the artifacts and treasure, and I'll
I,
probably just
Yeah.
beat up.
That's brewing.
Actually, no, I'll probably beat up Nico whether or not he wins or loses. So
Yeah. You can
So long
always
as
in Duel of
we all
Wits
get to
going
help,
into
right?
a fight.
exactly.
Cool.
All right.
Okay. Well, I need to go figure out
Yep.
why my dog keeps barking. So
He's
thank you for
happy.
watching, everyone. Shout out to Double Chocolate Chip Cookies. I was going to say something else, but I forgot.
You actually got the cookies. Good job.
I did. I haven't eaten any of them because they're my brothers, and I'm trying to be respectful. But I can bask in their silvery foil wrapper, and
Soaking in
these
the
aren't even
aura
that good.
of the
What?
cookies.
Oh man, they're regular chocolate chip. I thought they were like chocolate chip. So 5 out of 10.
I'll give a props
Brother's
to
a bloody savage.
I'll give props to Alex Rowe again. We're going to have another song by him for the outro, so I hope we'll listen to that because it's a really good song.
Nah, thanks for coming, everybody.
Take it easy.
All right, good night.
Good night.